Next up, we've got Kirk Petroski with formerly known as Symboticware, now SYMX.AI.
Thank you, Kyle. And pleasure to be here once again at the Innovation Showcase. A bit of my background, I've been involved in mining and mining tech since 1993. We were just talking about Falconbridge earlier. That's where I got my start. GPS surveying, mag survey, IP, all that kind of stuff. In 2008, started Symboticware, which is around operational technology, really improving the operational processes for some of the mines. In 2020, decided to find, we're on a good run. Decided to find a professional CEO to take over Symboticware, who had a background in Stanford grad, had worked for a unicorn in the AI space, and he was leading the mining vertical. So I took that as a great opportunity to look at how we really now move for scale applications. Aside from Symboticware, I also advise, mentor, and small investor in a few companies. One will be presenting after me, Lupex. I'm really proud to be giving back and helping the tech ecosystem as well. All right, next. So quick about us, in terms of the application layer as it relates to Mica, we're really helping the mining industry look at reduction of GHG through less fuel usage when it comes to mobile assets. As a company, we've been in business for 16 years. Our first project was with SEMI back in 2009 or so. We have a number of logos of past companies, present companies that we work with. More recently, we're developing a lot more AI models for the mining industry and bringing some savings to them. So in terms of the Mica project, really quick summary here. I don't want to get into too much of the details. Two projects. One was about the enabling connectivity. So we originally started as a hardware company, being able to collect real-time data in very difficult places to connect, and these are from mobile assets. So really, the first project was about addressing connectivity in far remote areas. We signed a partnership with SpaceX, and we have the ability now to connect direct to SpaceX satellites to remove or bring back data for the purpose of operational efficiency. Also doing edge compute and so on the IoT device. Project number 2 is really about the delivery of value and making use of the data, and that's where we see our biggest commercialization and momentum right now in making use of data. In terms of projects, we had Agnico or have Agnico Eagle as one of our partners, and are currently working at other sites as well beyond the Mica project. But we can show you how the momentum from Mica has created a number of other opportunities. In terms of product updates, just in general, what does the architecture look like? It is really a full stack solution from hardware to software and the delivery of value to our customers. We have X Connect, which is the device that connects to mobile assets. We have another product called X Parts, which uses NLP to mine old service orders as it relates to mining equipment, with the ability to predict potential failures based on historical data, as well as summaries of the parts they need to inventory, the cost of those parts, and so on. All that goes to the general platform called X Machines, which was formerly Foresight. Boy, there's lots here. In terms of X Machines, this is just a visualization with a mobile asset. Again, it's really a question of the customer needs. What areas do they wish to really dive down deep into? X Parts, we've talked about maintenance and parts management. I've already mentioned most of these things, but the other part here is the X integrations as well. As being sort of that hub on mobile equipment, we can help facilitate other systems from a data integration, and one of those partnerships is Lupex, who will be presenting after this. Asset performance, I mean, this is just a dashboard. We're not using tools like Power BI and so on. This is completely been developed in-house, but we do rely on AWS Cloud or Aviva Connect and other data sources as well to drive the analytics. Yeah, so X Parts, as I mentioned, was actually an acquisition that we made a couple years back, and it was really to use NLP in looking at historical data, and we've matured that product now and include that in terms of our platform. And finally, the hardware, in terms of X Connect, the project funded version 5. We're actually now moving forward with version 6 as well. Some of the additional applications are within a mine environment where you don't have pervasive connectivity. We're using the vehicle and the unit as a mesh network. So we're able to bring Wi-Fi to the operators at the vehicle level or people inspecting the vehicles. So basically bring in Wi-Fi where we can, where it's not pervasive. Okay. In terms of momentum, I'll get through this really quickly. On top of what Micah has provided, recently we landed a large underground lead and copper mine in the States. As much as it's driven towards fuel savings and so on, I think the bigger bang for the buck is around productivity and increasing cycle times or trips within a daily usage. So we understand there's a huge emphasis on GHG emission reduction as well as fuel, but the bottom line for the customers and how they pay for it is through improved productivity. We're excited about this project in Africa that we just launched this past year as well, which is a former Glencore asset that became nationalized. So we are working directly with this company now, as well as investors, to introduce new tech to support its operations. Also showing the scalability outside of the mining. So this is an adjacent vertical in the cement industry. When you achieve scale and the ability to deliver software, you can also control your pricing as it relates to those vertical markets that you're pursuing. So cement is obviously a lower margin opportunity. So the ability to actually deliver results in the cement is a big win for us as well. And finally, in terms of the functionality of the platform, Goodyear OTR, the ability now to connect sensors direct without an intermediary box, direct into our unit, but also provide the AI and analytics around the tires for not just, safety is a big part of it, tire usage, tire rental models, all of this requires the data that we're able to capture. My 10 minutes are up, and I always got to ask. We are, in terms of growth, halfway through a Series A. It's been very successful to date. We have the ambition of raising $12 million US. We're halfway through that goal right now. So we've left it open for strategics and a couple of corporate venture capital. If there's anybody in the room that's an investor, we certainly love to talk about completing this round in the next few months. But we got product validation, customer validation, we have growth, and it's a perfect time and a good example of how to commercialize a project with Micah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirk. It's been fantastic to see Symboticware and now SYMX kind of grow over the last 10 years of my career. Very exciting stuff that they've been working on.